What's up, everybody? This is Mr. G with your Loom 101 tutorial. So let's get after it. By the end of this tutorial, you should be able to download and install Loom. You should record videos on Loom, and you should be able to edit, download, and share the link to those recorded videos. Now, I'm going to go step by step in this tutorial, but at any moment, if you need to pause it or go back and rewatch anything, please go ahead and do that. First thing I need you to do before we start is I need you to go to www.loom.com on your web browser. When you've done that, click continue. All right, so let's get to the first set of steps. This first set has to do with downloading and installing Loom. You have your steps on the left-hand side of the screen written, and then I'm going to show you a video on the right-hand side of the screen so that you know exactly what it looks like when you get there. So let's go ahead and let's watch this video. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to click Get Loom for free. When you click that, it's going to give you some options. Sign in with Google, sign in with Slack, or enter your email address. If you have a Google account, go ahead and sign in with that. If you want, you can also sign in with your school account, which I think would be better because then you can get some perks with your Miami-Dade County web address. All right, so once you've done that, all right, and you've signed in either with your school account or with your Google account, what you're going to do is you're going to have to agree to some terms of service. All right, once you've done that, you've read through it, you've scrolled through it, click agree. It's then going to ask you if you are at work, as a teacher, as a student, or for personal use. Why are you using Loom? Pick as a teacher. Now it's going to bring you to this point where it says, do you want to have the desktop app or the Chrome extension? What I'm going to say is you should install the desktop app. That's what I'm using right now to record. So you're going to go ahead and click the install app for the desktop app. When you've done that, you're going to see on the left-hand corner a little box right here where my mouse is hovering on your Google Chrome where it says Loom Setup. Or if you're using something else, it might just say Loom Setup. Do you want to open it? Do you want to save it? Just click open. All right, so once you clicked that setup, it's going to bring a few boxes and dialog boxes up, and you will see that Loom is installing. Now, once Loom installs, you will see that the interface actually pops up into the middle of your screen, and then you have your video circle on the left side of your screen, and then you've known that it is successfully installed. So I want you to go ahead and I want you to complete these steps. When you're done, I want you to click continue. If you need to rewatch anything, go ahead and do that. All right, so next set of steps is actually recording the video on Loom. Remember, on the left-hand side of the screen, you have your steps, but let's go ahead and let's watch this video to see what it actually looks like. So first things first, you have your interface, which I'm dragging across the stream right here, and then you have your video circle, which has your webcam's view on it. What you're first going to need to do is you need to pick the settings. Now, you can choose screen cam, screen only, or cam only. If you choose screen and plus cam, you're going to get a recording of the screen plus your face on the webcam. If you choose screen only, you will not get your face on the webcam. You will only get what's shown on your computer screen. And if the cam only, you'll only get what's on the webcam. You can click through those to choose each of them. You're also going to have to go ahead, and if you see that you can move your webcam around, you can actually make your face bigger or smaller. You can make it full screen if you want. I usually keep it small so I can see more of what's going on my screen. You also have to choose the right camera and choose the right microphone. Choose also the right speed. Now, it's important here that you know 720 is going to be the most data, 480p is going to be the middle, and 380 is going to be less. If you pick 720, it might download a little slower because it's a lot of data. But if you pick 360, it'll download faster, but it'll be lower quality video. So you need to use that with caution. Now, I usually pick 720. And when you're ready and you feel like all of your settings are in order, I usually use screen and cam so students can see my face. I usually then go ahead and I put on my screen what I want my video to begin with. In this case, I picked to present the presentation. When you've gotten this far, what you're going to do is you're going to start recording. Once you've clicked that, what's going to happen is the little countdown is going to come down on your screen. All right. And once you see that countdown, you're going to hear a little beep after 1. Now you'll see that you can move still your video around. You can also use PowerPoint to annotate the screen. This is very useful when doing online tutorials. And the last thing you need to know is that when you want to go ahead and stop your video, on the left-hand side of your screen, you're going to have a toolbar. You have stop in red, you have a pause button, you have a trash button, and on the bottom you have an annotate button, which is only available on Loom Pro. If you want to trash the video completely, you just click the trash. If you want to pause it and then continue it, click pause. And if you want to stop it and end the video, you're going to click stop. Now, when you click stop, you're going to go ahead and you're going to see that it opens up your web browser to a link where your video is going to be housed. That is the view you're going to see at the end, and your video is going to be uploading onto that website. So what I want you to do is go ahead and record your video. Follow all these steps, and once you're done, then you can click continue, and we can look at what the other options are after you record your video. All right, so this is the last part that we're going to look at. This is after recording some of the options you have. Remember, the options and the steps are on the left-hand side listed, but let's go ahead and watch the video. So first off, you have the option to play the video that you just actually recorded. And you see, you can click play, you can pause it just like you'd see on YouTube. Next thing you can do is you can rename your video just by clicking on the actual name underneath where the video is. I'm going to rename this video recorded lesson or recorded video. The other thing you can do is you can post, and this is useful especially with students. If you want to lead a discussion, you can post a question and then have the students respond to it right here in the comments section. So right here, I just can type in and click post. Now, the next thing that you can do, which is also very useful, is if you didn't like your video and you wanted to get rid of a certain portion of it, you can actually trim it. All right. So I click trim on the right-hand side of the screen. And now what you can do is you can play your video to get to a point where you want to trim. Once you find that point, then you can click start trimming. All right. And then it'll bring up one of these little red handles that you can pull to the right or left. And once you've figured out as much of the video you want to trim, you can click remove video part and then publish the changes. The last thing that you can do is you can go ahead and you can copy this link for students so that you can share it with them at this link. Just make sure that the link is public by going to privacy and selecting public. Once the link is copied, it works just like YouTube. You can post it to anywhere. People can follow the link and watch the video. Last thing you might want to do is you might want to download the video just by clicking that download button, the arrow down. And once you've done that, you can click open, and you'll see that this video will open on your computer interface and will download completely. Depending on how big is how fast it'll download. So you can upload it to YouTube from there. You can also upload it to Edpuzzle once you download the video. So I hope that this video was informative, and please go back and rewatch sections that you need to rewatch. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.